Do it from the bikes.
Welcome to the CouncilCast. This is episode 244, being recorded on February 14th, 2023. The council is now in session, and as with every week, we will make arbitrary decisions about topics on science, technology, and random shit.
Okay. Where's Brian when you need
Thanks,
him?
Brian. With a little background and next to no expertise, all CouncilCast decisions are final and have no bearing on anything whatsoever. I thought you were going to turn that into a soundboard for you.
Oh yeah, I should. I have access to the soundboard, and I just do not utilize it at all. I do no homework for this.
You got a wah wah.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's not what I was going for.
Dwight on the soundboard when they're trying to do the Dundies. He just kept interrupting Michael. They said when they filmed that episode, they had to go tell Dwayne. They're like, Dwayne, Rainn Wilson. They're like, can you cool it on the soundboard so we can?
Like he kept messing with it.
He kept messing with it so much.
Amazing.
Anyway.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, on this fabulous evening of Valentine's Day, you can now say that Jupiter might be the most loved planet in the galaxy because it has the most moons in the solar system officially now.
Saturn's still the hottest.
Saturn's still the hottest. Well, Jupiter doesn't care.
I'm
Yeah,
still
but
a
Saturn's
fan of
taken.
Uranus.
It's got that ring.
No, she just wants
you're
the
right.
ring.
I'm still a fan of Uranus.
Okay.
As one of my acquaintances at Iowa State would say, rings don't plug holes.
Oh my god.
That's terrible.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna guess who that was, but I think I probably could.
No, you don't know him. I
Oh.
barely met him like 3 times. So
Why'd you call?
Well,
him
I'm
friend?
gonna type out in the chat who I thought it was, and nobody say it because 2 of you know this person. The chat is not shared, correct?
Correct.
No. Well, anyway, so the
it would totally
no,
be it.
that would not surprise me.
I'm the one person who doesn't know.
But yes, Jupiter officially now has 89 moons.
Whoa.
Which now beats Saturn's 83.
God, what a chump.
What are they counting as moons, though?
I don't know exactly, but apparently they are moons as counted by the International Astronomical Union.
I was gonna say, I bet these are the same motherfuckers that downgraded Pluto, and like they don't apply the same on the reverse because they want Jupiter. Big Jupiter, gotta have the most moons.
It's a big Jupiter
It's all a
conspiracy.
fucking racket. Bunch of Jovian bullshit. Jovian jackassery. That's what I should have went with.
Oh man, I'm just so glad that I still get forever get to say to our kids and grandkids, when I was your age, Pluto was a planet. It'd be so great. I mean, who doesn't want to do that? Like, what a great use of time.
Just wait until the pro-planet people get into power, and they're just going to turn all the moons that go around Jupiter and Saturn into planets.
Nice.
We're going to go from 8 planets to like 100 planets in our solar system.
I hope so.
They're gonna
Make
bring Pluto back.
making those mobiles for science class harder, but it'd be worth it. At least show if the parents really had put in some effort.
Yeah, maybe they should just switch to just model the moons, but not the planets for those science projects.
Oh, dude, that would be insane.
Well, that's okay, but maybe Saturn will catch back up. Maybe Saturn's going to find a few moons in the meantime.
Just know this is what you do. Saturn can win it for all fucking time if we just count every small piece of its rings as a moon.
That's true.
That's what I was getting at earlier when I
Okay,
asked about
perfect.
how they.
Or we could explode Jupiter to make it
Somebody
into a mini sun,
Google
and then
how
it
many
would no longer be a
individual
planet.
pieces there are suspected to be in Saturn's rings.
Ask ChatGPT.
I don't.
Trillions.
Okay, sure.
On it.
It definitely will not know.
How
that.
many things are in Saturn's rings? So you're gonna ask it.
I mean, I guess maybe the only way it could win is if Jupiter officially became a moon of Saturn.
Or we turn Jupiter into a mini sun.
Jupiter is just
Oh.
really a moon
There
of
you
the
go.
sun. Changed my mind.
No.
There are billions of individual rocks. It is difficult to give a precise number, but it is estimated that there are billions of individual rocks ranging in size from small particles to large boulders in Saturn's rings. The rocks are made up of ice, rock, and dust, and are constantly colliding and interacting with each other, creating a dynamic and ever-changing system.
So let me get this. The best we got is it is estimated that there are billions.
Saturn has billions of moons.
I'm going to sit here and estimate that there are trillions of grains of sand on planet Earth, on our
How
beaches.
many grains of sand are on Earth? It's difficult to estimate the exact number of grains of sand.
Oh, you're asking ChatGPT.
As it would require counting every single grain of every beach, desert, and riverbend on the planet.
It would
which is
not.
practically
It would
impossible.
not require counting it all. If you just want an
However,
estimate,
some
you stupid
scientists
fucking
Have
robot.
attempted to estimate the total number of grains of sand on Earth based on various factors such as the total surface of the area of the planet and the average thickness of sand deposits. The estimate
Now we're talking
based on
about an estimate.
One estimate based on calculations of the volume of sand on all the world's beaches puts the number around 7.5 times 10 to the 18th, or 7.5 quintillion grains of sand.
That's a
It's worth
lot of
noting
sand.
that this is just one estimate, and the actual number could be significantly different.
Dude, no wonder Hayden Christensen's character hated sand so goddamn much. And that was on fucking Tatooine, which is sand, basically.
It's an entire sand planet.
How
Was that his
many
name? Was that the
grains
actor's name, Hayden Christensen?
Yes.
of sand were
Or on Tatooine?
It is difficult to.
Well,
Baseball.
Tatooine. I don't know. Nobody does.
Well, you know, I'm gonna give a thumbs up to the Jupiter Saturn moon battle. So
Yo, so thumbs up, I guess. I don't know. 2 stellar thumbs up. I like
Two
space.
thumbs
Stellar
way
thumbs
up
2 thumbs up for space.
for space.
This is a little aside. Apparently, in the latest Rivian update, Blaine,
yeah.
they are not just, and this is completely anecdotal, I think, unless somebody has confirmed this, but apparently they are not just saying there is more range available with better calculations. Apparently, they're tapping more into the battery than, like, they weren't allowing the whole battery to be used before. So, like, people are installing the latest update and being like, wait, my full range based on conserve mode used to say like 295 miles, and now it says 320. So people are just like, software update, range increased. So, but like, if it's true that they're unlocking more kilowatt hours or kilowatts for you to use, or kilowatt hours for you to use, then that's kick-ass. Like, that's a great update. And also, even if they could have done it from the beginning and they're just doing it now to make everybody feel better, fantastic marketing move. Like, Tesla did the same fucking thing, basically. But most people are theorizing that it's once they know more about, get more miles under the belt and like understand more about the usage patterns and like what they can safely pull off, it's fine for them to do something like that.
I haven't looked into what they are doing, but I know obviously different manufacturers reserve a different amount.
Again, it's not uncommon. Like even in the Volt I had, like it was known that the full battery was like, and I'm making these numbers up, but it'll be close. It was known that the battery was like a 13 kilowatt hour battery, but you could only use 10.
Right. Yeah, so I mean, it really comes down to how do you as a manufacturer plan for degradation in the battery? And
Right.
there's two paths. You can either reserve the capacity,
Which
so
is
that
what
your
they were, which was the
consumers,
biggest thing they said about the Volt is they were like,
right?
we want it to feel like you never have degradation. So if we put a 13 kilowatt hour battery pack in it and only ever allow you to use 10 and say you can go 25 miles on charge,
Yeah,
you'll never see degradation.
right. Or you just give the consumer all the battery, and then they just have to live with the degradation as it ages,
Yeah.
which depends on what you want to do, but and everybody plays somewhere in between. But I'm sure for Rivian, they probably don't have enough test cases out there to say how much it is degrading or not.
Yeah, I mean, my
They
preference,
should.
obviously, because I'm an informed electric car owner, like I've done it for a while, I'm used to it. I would rather have the usage of the full pack. Like,
And then
don't
just
hide
have it
anything
on
from me.
front.
Like
Yeah.
I understand that degradation is a thing. It's not going to piss me off. Like, unless it's like way more than normal.
Right. Interesting.
I don't know. We'll see. I haven't gotten the push for my update yet, so.
Basically, it said that Tatooine is a fictional planet, and therefore there's no actual number. But what I'm doing is I'm asking it to tell me how many grains of sand there would be if we covered the entire planet of Earth.
Yeah, but it'd be like
Surface?
we could, yeah, because we can assume that Tatooine and Earth should be roughly the same size because gravity appears roughly the same.
Yeah.
So, just ask it. Yeah, I think that's the good way to do it. Is just what if we covered the Earth?
So this gives us an estimated total number of grains of sand on Earth to be around 4.08 times 10 to the 37th, or
That's a bigger
40.8
to the.
That's a
40.8
lot bigger.
octillion grains of sand.
Man, no wonder Hayden Christensen hated sand. That's a lot more sand.
Oh man!
But
I'm just gonna
weren't
make
they
this-
on fucking Naboo when he said that? Where there isn't much sand comparatively? I don't remember the
Yeah.
context. Was he like talking about Naboo and how he likes it there because there is no sand?
Probably.
Probably.
That was
I'm gonna
when
go
they
make this a
were-
blog post on CouncilCast.
Make sure to
that's-
get affiliate links in there for like, I don't know, sand.
Star Wars.
Hourglasses.
And do they make different grades of sand?
Cool. I don't know, but coarse. Oh, early Archer.
That
The
was
Wonderful
season
World of
one.
Biking is the
I don't, know
last.
if I don't know if they grade sand, but if they do, coarse.
That might have been like episode 2 or 3.
Is he talking about rubbing sand in Woodhouse's eyes?
Yes, because Woodhouse allowed the dog in the apartment.
Oh, so good.
Well, if you want to do something with sand, apparently if you're on the moon and you have moon sand, Blue Origin
Regolith.
is now able to produce metal components from the regolith.
Who is?
So Blue Origin, the
But
Wow.
like
Services company.
we
They haven't
don't
even
have
got to
yeah. How
space
do,
yet.
we don't have a lot of it.
So they're using fake regolith that's based on some of the stuff that was
Uh.
brought back from the moon.
What was the
but
most of the
apparently-
composition? Was it like some kind of silica?
I was trying to figure out that. In this
Call me
article.
when they've landed on the moon and actually built something.
But apparently they're saying that they are using a molten regolith electrolysis process they were able to turn into iron, silicon, and aluminum. And they apparently produce silicon that is more than 99.999% pure. So they're saying that they can use this to manufacture solar cells and other stuff like that once you land on the moon.
Oh damn! Dope. 2 thumbs up for space.
So there you go. Yeah, it must be pretty high in silicon in order to be able to get it out of it. So there you go. Start mining the moon. Set up some solar panels. You'll be good to go. Big thumbs up for that.
Thumbs up.
Nice job on turning sand into useful stuff.
Exactly.
Well, if you wanted to learn more about ChatGPT, as Silas continues to post the story there. Microsoft has made a big announcement that Bing, their search engine that everybody uses, is going to integrate ChatGPT into it.
That's old news. Apparently, they're up over 1 million users now.
I'm
I signed
I'm
up
waiting
for it,
for
but I'm not
my
in
Did
it.
you?
activation.
Yep.
For
I'm
ChatGPT?
curious. Well, Microsoft
My
is
Bing
integrating.
Oh,
They're integrating not ChatGPT directly, right? They're using the language. They're using the model underneath it,
Mhm.
or are they just straight up interfacing with the API?
No,
Uh,
because it
I
can
would
search
assume
the
there's
internet.
different parameters. Yeah. Well, that was just, to my understanding, that was just functionality that was turned off in the
Yeah,
thing.
I'm not
But
sure because GPT's model is based
I
on
have no
data
idea.
from 2
I'm
years
not an
ago.
AI guy, so I have no idea.
I mean,
Uh,
Microsoft has had a partnership with OpenAI for a while, so I wouldn't be surprised if they are using the exact same model.
um,
I
but
thought they were buying them.
I don't think they're buying them. I thought they just.
I literally thought Microsoft was going to buy Open API or OpenAI.
But Linus on their WAN show on Friday had got access to it.
Oh, they were in talks to invest 10 billion.
Yeah, they're gonna give them a bunch of money.
I see.
And on the WAN show on Friday, they launched a tracksuit, and they asked Bing GPT if LCT had a tracksuit, and it pulled up the tracksuit. Like it had just been announced like 40 minutes before, so it actively searched the internet for the results.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've heard, it sounds like a pretty interesting integration because it's, I mean, like what we're experiencing today, like ChatGPT is not very smart in terms of actual facts. But apparently Microsoft is incorporating their Bing search results and utilizing the OpenAI or
Yeah.
whatever language model to kind of synthesize the data that it's giving you and giving you more accurate and meaningful results.
And you can see like what data it is making the assumptions on off to the side. So
Yeah.
because ChatGPT
I
will be
see.
very aggressive in saying that something is true when it's false, or it'll say something false with a lot of confidence, and you don't know the underlying assumptions that it's using. And so the Bing search model will display what stuff it's using to base these results on, so you can fine tune it that way. But I've also seen that the Bing version gets very confused if you continue to search something. You need to refresh, do a start a new search sometimes.
Oh, if you just keep going on it.
Yeah.
That's not
it
surprising.
It remembers stuff, but it doesn't do as well as the current GPT.
Rivian put in the release notes, the update increases the depth of discharge, which increases the usable battery energy.
Well, there you go. Do you know how much they had sectioned off before?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
I don't think they've stated either. So with like no hard kilowatt hour numbers.
I mean, to get 30 extra miles of range, it must be quite a bit, to be honest.
I mean, if I want to be generous and say I get 2 miles per kilowatt hour,
yeah,
that's what were they doing? Sitting on 15 kilowatt hours?
Right.
That seems like a
that's
lot. But if people were estimating the battery at 135, so I mean that's a lot, but it's not ridiculous. Like considering the overall size of the battery, I suppose.
Who knows? I mean, I don't know. Maybe they've got a whole nother 15 kilowatts that's still reserved or more.
I mean, people could have been estimating it at like 135 based on like I don't know how accurate that was. And then Rivian's like, "Oh yeah, but we wouldn't let it depth of discharge to that far." Like maybe it is a 135 kilowatt hour battery, but you can only use blah 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 blah. I don't fucking know. Like the only people that actually know this shit are the engineers. And unless they're
Why didn't they
sharing,
just tell you.
I would love
No,
if people just shared.
Right, because I mean, almost everybody else has told us what their battery pack sizes are. Why don't we know theirs?
Tatooine is a sandy ass planet.
Who is the guy that like cut the battery apart? Can't you just count the cells?
Which one? Are you talking about Monroe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
took the battery
Theoretically,
apart.
they should be able to tear it apart and look at the cells, but I don't know. I'm definitely not up to date on this.
LED. Oh wait, did we move on to the LED movie screens?
No, not yet.
I mean,
we can do that now. Nice transition, Silas.
I'm going to give you the segue there. So
Okay.
You just did it.
Wait, did we move on to a new topic?
We have now. What
Great.
about them?
Great segue. They're giant apparently, and they're making waves in entertainment industries across the globe.
What are these?
LG
They're
is
what I
making
want in
giant-
my movie theater.
They're LED movie screens.
I don't know what that means.
So
Yeah,
they're
I want to know the
making
size.
a TV that's the size of a that you would have like to replace a projector in a movie theater.
Oh, really?
Mirror class.
Yeah, they're saying Mirror Class. They're talking about a 16-foot wide screen in either a 4K or 2K resolution, and up to a 33.
16's not that big.
Up to a 46-foot wide screen.
Okay, now we're talking. How much do
These
one of
are-
these cost?
These are for more intimate adult theaters. No, just
They're just smaller theaters. So like that, like we're looking at bowling alleys for a bachelor party that I'm planning soon, and
Perfect games.
one of the bowling alleys we looked at had a movie theater
Airlays.
in it, but it's like it has like maybe 20 seats total or something like that.
Mm.
So it's this I think is the use case that they're looking at rather than a projector.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like something you could probably put in a, either like a home theater or something slightly larger,
Mhm.
probably twice as large of a home theater, twice as big as a home theater setup, and not do a projector.
Mhm.
Apparently, these screens are already available in a couple theaters in Europe, but they haven't built anything in the U.S. yet. So,
I mean, how much will it
No
cost me
cost.
to get a 20-foot wide one?
Probably
it doesn't say.
I'm guessing probably around 20,000, 20 to
I would bet
40,000, something
more
like
than
that.
20,000.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, they don't have an estimate, and the website I went to from LG does not give us prices.
Just think how annoying it would be to get
Oh, here we go.
like
LG
notice a
Global
dead
wait,
pixel.
Here we go. Inquiry to buy.
Hell yeah!
Do you want the?
I'm sure you're gonna get it.
I want the smallest one. Whatever one will fit in my house.
16 foot.
16 foot.
That comes in a 4K or 2K resolution.
For
5 meter. Here we go.
I don't know.
Oh no,
any-
there's a 5.1 meter. There's a 5, a 10. Oh yeah, 5 meter. 5.1 is 16 foot.
Yeah.
Duh.
But that only comes in 2K.
The article from
The article
Gizmodo
says
says
4
it
or
comes in
2.
4 or 2.
This is why
Yeah,
I'm
well, I'm just
fucking tired of metric. There ain't anybody around that would be like, yeah, 5.1 meters sounds like where it's at.
so this is what they're showing on the website right now.
Does it have a price?
It says inquire.
That means it's too much.
So I'll reach
Wait,
out
do
to them.
you
the
have
number is too big to be shown on the internet.
do you have the Honey extension installed? Does it say whether you have a coupon?
Yeah, I do actually.
Dope.
Amazing. Okay, wait.
And that wasn't Honey's not
This
our
is a
sponsor.
5.1.
I just use it.
Well, here, this is stupid. When I click on 5.1 by 2.7, then it gets rid of the 4K option that's right next to it.
Are you sure with 5.1 they're not talking about sound systems?
Positive.
Maybe the screen comes with 5.1 sound.
Let's see here. Integrated solutions.
I have a feeling that this screen comes with 0 sound options.
Commercial display. Okay. Well, I'm going to send them a request for, and I'm going to say, I would like to buy one of these, please.
Yeah, because you're a media production company.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Why not? I'll do that.
Right on the way to 1 million subscribers.
Timeline, less than 3 months.
You're
Okay.
building. Hey, let's buy the floor cinema and put those in.
Oh my gosh. I've wanted to buy Floor Cinema so many times.
Yeah, but how much would they sell it for?
I have no idea.
Has it ever been for sale?
$1.
You
think
probably
that-
could have bought it for cheap during the pandemic, but
Well,
it still
describe
closed?
cheap.
I mean cheaper than when it wasn't pandemic times and being used.
But they still haven't opened it, which is what
I know,
what
but
kills me.
the posts in the Des Moines subreddit come up sometimes. Apparently, they were trying to figure out what to do with it recently, and the owner doesn't live here, and it's like a whole thing.
Well,
Like trying to figure out how to open it. Last I saw is that like they were actually working on trying to figure out when and how.
That's where I'd go to watch the Miyazaki films
I'm looking
because nobody else would carry
at
it.
those big ass TVs.
Are you actually submitting?
Want the 4K?
Do you just really need to put in there? I really just want to know what the price is. Like
Real bad. I need to type a real email if I want a real response. Shit. All right. Hey, chat GBT. Come here.
What would
Well,
you
you know,
write to a big screen manufacturing company if you wanted to know what the price was, but they didn't publish them online?
Yeah, I'm
for a big
I'm gonna go with a thumbs up for this.
Screen.
I think it's kind of a cool idea.
LED.
I hope they are cheap.
I'm going to assume that it's. I mean, will it actually be cheaper for them to do this?
I don't know.
What will they do when, like, a lot of those screens in movie theaters are sound transparent? The speakers are behind the screen. How's that going to work with something like this? Presumably, this thing is not sound transparent, so they'll have to move their center channels and side channels, all that junk. I don't know. I'm gonna reserve judgment
This is
for
amazing.
I'm gonna
I
reserve
guarantee
judgment for when
LG
it
has a
actually comes
solution
out.
for you. They'll sell you a sound system that'll work with it.
That makes sense. Probably a fucking sound bar.
Yes.
Does LG make sound bars?
Yeah, I have one.
Yes.
I have one. It's actually pretty good for just like my living room television.
Here's all this.
Well, if you
Super
wanted a
Sound
big keyboard to go with your big TV so you can game on your movie theater screen, these guys have the keyboard that you may want. You can build it yourself, and it is a monstrous mechanical keyboard that is 2 feet long,
Oh my
8 inches
God.
deep, and just over 2.25 inches.
2 feet? Why is it so big?
Because they could.
Can you share a picture? I can't be asked to. Can't be arsed to go pull up my Gmail and click an actual link.
Yes.
I'm like floored at a 2-foot keyboard. I mean, a full keyboard with a numpad isn't that shy of 2 feet. Like, they're pretty
What I'm
wide.
thinking of, it's wider than 2 feet.
Yeah, it's definitely
It's like
bigger
2 feet
than-
deep.
Oh, that's deep. How wide is it?
No, actually, I take that back. Those dimensions are not for this actual keyboard. So
So to like type on it, do you just have to jump around on it? Like it's a game of
it's
Twister?
not quite that big. I mean, they use an actual switch called the Big Switch.
Made by who? Cherry?
Novel keys.
What the fuck?
Click on the chat link, Matt.
Oh, you linked it in chat.
Oh,
Ars Technica. I thought you were gonna. Oh my! I want to play a game on that. It's like switches the size of your hand.
It's definitely a big.
Yeah, that's not 2 feet wide. That's like 5 feet wide, 6 feet or 4 or 5 feet wide.
It's probably more like it's probably more like 5 feet long.
So I can build one of these right now. Is what you're saying?
Yeah,
It cost them $14,000.
Oh my god! How much is each switch?
the keyboard weighs about 12,000 pounds.
What? Why? It's not that big.
You can buy each key for $18. Though.
Yeah, each switch is $18.
Why does it weigh 12,000 pounds? It should be mostly plastic.
Oh, sorry. 12,000 pounds is the price. We're in apparently a different.
Oh my
set.
god! Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
God damn it.
I was like,
don't
that
know-
thing be breaking that table.
I don't know why they wrote
12,000
out
pounds.
pounds and didn't use the money
The
symbol
symbol. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
weird. I got confused.
Because of fucking Brexit, that's why.
But yes, you can buy the keys. They are $18. Apparently, they're out of stock right now, but they will be restocked in Q2.
Because they all went into this thing. They didn't figure they'd need that many.
They are
Presumably,
4
this is
times
a
bigger.
novelty switch that is used for
Yeah.
like individual applications, like not making a huge keyboard, but hell if I know.
They are 4
Razer,
times larger on each side than a normal MX switch, and it means that's 64 times bigger in volume.
Oh my god.
But it is
Razer
fully
made
functional.
a promotional big series of their green clickies.
What the fuck?
They do offer them in a linear, tactile, or clicky switch.
What the fuck? Dude, I'm feeling an untapped market of mechanical keyboards for the elderly, like those phones with the big buttons, but this is mechanical keyboards instead.
They need to make one
the
of
actual travel
Google's-
distance is half an inch.
Oh my god.
They need to make one of Google's single row keyboards out of this.
It'd be a mile long.
Massive.
You wouldn't be able to get the garage door shut with that thing. That's pretty crazy.
I just
That's a
I just
dumb
like the fact
keyboard.
that this is an actual switch that you can buy for doing stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, apparently he said they put it all together. He apparently lubed each switch individually.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
he did. He went through apparently 100 grams of lube for the job. I don't know if that's a lot or
What
not.
do you use?
Krytox
trust me.
CPL
That's a lot.
205
You can buy drums of KY on Amazon. Last I knew.
Oh well, there you go. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. I give it a thumbs up. I like it.
That's a big keyboard. Heaviest keyboard I've ever seen at 12,000 pounds. That's for damn sure.
I think this would be a great keyboard for children to walk along. Just
Hopefully-
like they have those keyboards like for a piano that you can step on. This would be the same thing, but for typing.
Hopefully, I have a quote for us by next week
From ChatGPT.
from LG.
Oh, you
Business
submitted
Solutions.
a quote.
I want to know how much that is.
Did you do it as your company?
Yeah, I said my company needs this, and
Oh
where is it
my
going?
God.
Residential? Like, what is the option? Like, yeah, I'm putting it in my home, and also I work from home, but I need.
Oh,
this
you
because
can
I do
say
movie stuff.
residential. Like you could be
Yeah.
like, I'm Shaq, and I need it for my movie theater.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
okay.
I don't know.
I
no idea
can't
what's gonna
believe you're
happen.
gonna waste somebody's time at LG with this. Unless they come back and they're like $500, and I'm like, I will pay for this.
If
I mean,
they
I
say
assume
$500.
if they came back and said $500, you would pay for that.
Mhm.
Did you?
I
tell
would.
him that
I'd
you
rip
would
out the
promote it
built-ins and
on the
start over.
CouncilCast?
What'd you say, Blaine?
Did you tell him that you would promote it on the CouncilCast?
We already did.
I'll let him know if he asks more questions. Hey, you can get it cheap if you decide to do this as a promotional thing on YouTube. Don't worry, we have a YouTube channel that talks
We've
about
got
technology just like
Ones of
this.
subscribers.
Yeah, but he clicks on everything. So guaranteed click-through rate.
What's your click-through rate? 100%.
Oh, wow. How many subscribers? It doesn't matter. If you have to ask, you can't afford us.
Well, something that you might not be able to afford is a watch that dies on you if you forget to take care of it.
Oh,
A Tamagotchi?
what?
A
It is
Tamagotchi?
basically a
A
Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi.
But if you forget to take care of it, your Tamagotchi doesn't just die; your entire watch dies.
Then you take
Surely
it the
this
next
isn't
step
the whole
further.
story.
That is the
Yep,
whole
that's
story.
it.
Yeah, that's the whole story.
I've got a billionaire pitch. I'm gonna go right away here. Need to take this idea the next step further. You're not just your watch dies,
You
but
die.
you die.
If your Tamagotchi dies in your dream, you die for real.
Yup. Like if you can't take care of a watch, this is like
So what do you have to feed
Getting a
it and
pet.
stuff, or
like you have to
Yeah,
pass
this-
this.
wind it?
So there is actually a real life living organism inside of the smartwatch. So you actually do have to feed it actual food.
What?
And yes,
This can't be real. How's PETA not all over this?
it's like a mold. So it's a slime
Uh-huh.
mold that as you feed it, it will grow and it will it is conductive, so it will grow across a path that closes a circuit.
Oh.
And as long as the circuit is closed, your watch will work. And if you
What
stop
the
feeding or forget to
fuck?
feed it, it will die or shrink, and it will disconnect the circuit.
Why would you want this though?
I don't think it was intentionally for something that people want. They were just doing a research project to see if people would be attached to it as much as they would, an animal. And they found out that they tested the smartwatch with 5 women who all were around the age of 30, and they
That's
found
not
out
a
that
great sample size.
they found out though that the women got super attached to making sure that their slime molds were staying alive.
So it could be considered like a like a therapy dog or your therapy slime.
Sure. Why
It's
not?
easier to sneak it into places where they're like,
An
no pets
airplane.
allowed. And you're like, what
Huh.
if my pet's in my watch?
Yes.
I don't know what that means, and I don't like you. Get out of our town. That sort of thing.
Yes. That's exactly what it's like.
Yes. Don't know what to say to that. Yes.
But yeah, I guess if you want to watch, maybe you can call these researchers, but maybe take
I
it a
don't.
bit further.
I don't
Put a
want
human
this
inside
this
of it.
watch.
If you don't feed the human inside your watch and they die, you die.
This is starting to feel like a Black Mirror episode.
Here, thumbs up. I want to. Sure.
I'm gonna go with thumbs down on this one. I just don't want to care for some mold slime.
I don't
But how
wanna
do you
wear
feed it? Like, do you have to
slime mold.
open up the watch and be like, there, and like drop it some fish crumbs or something, fish food crumbs or whatnot?
Something like that. Legitimately, yes.
Seriously, you have to open up your watch. Like, you have to.
Yes. There is actually something you have to feed it. I don't know. It doesn't say exactly what it is, but you do have to feed it something.
This is weird.
What I mean, what I do like about it, though, on a more practical standpoint, is that there's a conductive slime mold, something or other that I don't know the long term implications,
You
but like
feed it oats twice a day, or every 2 days, and a drop of water twice a day.
so
Oats.
how conductive is it? Like, could we theoretically have tubes of slime that power
Orchestra
cities?
level. Orchestra.
Big Bang level.
Well, in that case,
Power
Stop
cities
it
with
before it takes
a
over.
watch's amount of slime mold.
no, you'd have sewers filled with slime mold, and
Amongst
then you
other
run electricity
things.
through it. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm so confused. So, like, if I forgot to, instead of paying for my electricity bill, I would have to just feed the power lines going into my house.
Actually, that's a pretty clever little thing there. I'm going to use that as my billionaire pitch.
I feel
Hmm.
like
Just don't-
if Brian was here, he'd tell me that I put this in the wrong category.
Yeah.
Just
Yep.
don't feed it after midnight.
Just whatever you do. Amazing.
I'm still going with thumbs down on that. All right, we're gonna move on to our billionaire pitches for the week then.
Okay, I want to go
Yeah.
first.
I've
I
already
Dave
gone,
already went,
so
so you don't get that.
Oh,
I went first. So sorry.
Dave jumped
I'd
the
like-
line.
I'd like to go second then.
Sorry,
You
Matt's
can only
going
go
second.
third.
Okay.
I'm not going
That's
at
fine.
all.
Time
Go
for
third,
you,
you're up,
Silas. You're number
Silas.
3.
We all know now that it's America first, but can it be Netherlands second?
God damn it.
So I would like to pitch that they fill so that if they can make this slime or a similar slime mold fungus that can eat our garbage, and so it gets rid of trash, that is also conductive, so it can, we can run electricity through it, so it's both eating our garbage and bringing us power and electricity. It could be doing double duty, and we could save the planet through consumerism, which is
We've
a
already
billionaire's
solved
wet
this
dream.
problem, Silas.
We shoot it to the moon. You guys tell me every single episode
no,
that we can't shoot the trash to the moon.
No,
And
not the moon.
now you're telling me that we
the
have to shoot it.
sun.
Oh
The
yeah,
moon.
shoot it to the sun.
The future documentary told
Oh,
us that we
gosh.
can't just shoot it into space because it'll come back. We have to shoot it into the sun. We went over this
I'm not gonna
2
lie.
years ago.
I totally missed what the end result was of your pitch there.
Me?
Solving world energy crisis with consumerism.
While simultaneously getting rid of
Is this-
the mountains of garbage that we have.
Is this like a Super Bowl ad?
Yeah. Me and Tubi right up there at the top.
All right. I don't know what to call this.
Super slime.
That eats waste and converts to power. All right, sure.
Yep.
Is
Yep,
this
yep,
like
yep.
a Mr. Fusion device?
Nope.
Nope. All right.
Yeah, it is like Mr. Fusion. In fact, it's exactly like Mr. Fusion, except you don't have to drive around with it. It's just like,
But doesn't require a car. Gotcha.
yeah, you just throw, you have a trash can in your house that then feeds it into the sewers. You poop into the sewers and it just all goes to the same place because the slime is eating it. It loves ravioli before and after you've eaten it. So just throw it all in the garbage.
Plate and all.
Plate and all if you want. Who cares? I mean, the slime's going to eat it.
Maybe that's how Rivian is getting more battery pack performance. They've already developed this.
Amazing. Well, you heard it here first, folks.
There you go. Let's see. What is my pitch going to be for this week? I don't know. I didn't come up with a pitch this week. Let's go with a slime that eats waste. Oh, wait, no. There we go. With that, we're going to call this council meeting adjourned. Thank you all for listening as we record this podcast live Tuesday nights on YouTube. If you liked what you saw and want to check out all past episodes of the CouncilCast, you can go to councilcast.org. You can also find the audio files on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher.
No,
If you have a topic you would like the council's decision on, you can email us at councilcast.org or connect with us on Twitter at RealCouncilCast or check us out on Reddit at /CouncilCast. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.